Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. If you're at work, I know it's about lunchtime, so maybe you'll have time to watch this live while you are eating your lunch, and I hope you're having a good work day. My name is Pam Savage, and I am owner and founder of Young at Heart Creations. Let me bring you down. I feel like you're kind of on the ceiling there. I like to craft and paint. I do paint parties in your home or your business or wherever. In birthday parties, ladies' parties. We're having a party on April the 28th at 11 o'clock. That is on a Thursday, and I know it's during a work day, but I do also know that we have a lot of retired women and a lot that work part-time, or a lot of stay-at-home moms that might want to get a babysitter. But we're going to be painting. This is what we're going to be painting at the party. And party's only $35, but you'll have two of these little inserts, the little terracotta pots, and then this adorable little box that you can, I use mine to put paintbrushes, but you could do just about anything with it. So we're going to be painting these, your color choice. You can do whatever color you want. We'll be doing some Mod Podging and just a bunch of ladies getting together to paint and have fun. So I'm really excited about it. So for more information about that, if you want to join all the other ladies that have already signed up, it'll be probably 3 hours, possibly 4, depending on how long it takes you, to finish up. I'm a very slow painter, so we have 4 hours if you need it, but most of you can probably finish in 3 hours. So go to my website, youngatheartcreations.com. and click on events, and that will give you the link to register. If you can't come, or if you can come and bring some others with you, if you get others to sign up, if you get 5 people to sign up with you that are going to come with you, which would be so easy at your congregation or something like that, friends, family, but then you will not have to pay. And on that registration, on my website, on the registration, there is a place for you. Once they register, they would go in and register, and then they would put on, there's a little spot there for you to put who recommended you or who referred you, and they would put your name. So that's how we would count that. Hi, Miss Jerry. I'm just doing some Saturday crafting. My husband's at Men's Day at church, and so I thought I would sit down and just do a quick little craft. This is a gift sack that the handles ripped out of. It had paint in it, and we were picking it up, and the paint was too heavy, and the handles ripped out, so couldn't use it as a gift bag anymore. So I'm going to try to Mod Podge it. I've never Mod Podged something this thick, so I'm not sure how it's kind of got a waxy, glossy feel to it. So the one that we're going to be painting at the party, they're already painted white, but they also had some that are just this kind of a grayish tone to it. So I'm not going to, since it's not a napkin, I don't have to paint the underside white. This is thick enough that the paint on here is not going to show through. So we're just going to cut some flowers out. I thought I might could tear it out to give it more of a torn look, but it's so thick. It's got that kind of a stretchiness to it. It just didn't tear real well. So I think I'm just going to cut it with scissors, and we'll just see how we go. So we're going to be using some Mod Podge. So let me get you pulled up here on my iPad, so if we have any comments. Did have some more ladies sign up for the party, so I'm super excited. Very, very, very excited. All right, there we go. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I don't know if the microphone will pick it up, but my stomach is growling. I guess it's telling me that it's time for lunch, but I'm not doing lunch yet. So it is growling loud, so hopefully you can't hear it. What are you doing today, Miss Jerry? All right, so I'm going to, since I don't even have to paint that, let's just kind of cut some of these flowers out. I've also got a thank you card, or just a, I guess you'd call it thank you card, butterflies on it. It's very thick also, so will not require paint under it. So we might cut a couple of those to go on it. So I'm going to get down here in the middle so we can see. I'm just going to go right up against the flower. When we're doing the napkins, most of the time I prefer to kind of tear around them. And if this were just plain paper, like a lunch sack paper texture, I think that would do just fine. Okay, I'm going to cut around it and then we'll cut the details out. But this is just a whole different texture altogether. So we will just see what we end up with. I may like it and I may not like it, but hey, I'm going to bring you along on the ride with me and we'll see what happens. These flowers would be really easy to paint too. They're just laying down a foundation and just kind of putting some little things here and there on it. Hi Patricia, thanks so much for hopping on. Watching someone move electrical wires and lights in my room. Oh, well, that sounds exciting. Glad they're getting that done for you. Glad they're doing it, not you, huh? Me and electricity I just do not mess with electricity. I was sitting here crafting one day and one of the outlets beside me here just started kind of sparking. There wasn't any smoke, but there was some sparking going on, and I wasn't even doing anything with it. Didn't even have anything plugged in. So needless to say, we got an electrician pretty quick. And I think just one of the little ground wires had broken or something. But it only takes something that tiny to get a fire going. Okay, so we've got a pink one here. A small pink one. Like that. Let's see if we can get this pretty orange one. I guess you saw on my post that my daughter got a laser cutter yesterday. We had to take the truck down to, she's just got a little Jeep, so we had to take our truck down to help her get it loaded and carried back over to her house, which was no small feat. Let me tell you, that thing is heavy. But we had lots of help. She's got a lot of videos and things to watch here in the next few months to learn how to use it, but she's very good just watching YouTube videos, the training videos on all kinds of stuff. So I think she'll do really well with it. Her business, she does websites. She's also a full-time school nurse, an RN, but her new business is Love You Sunshine. So she has an Etsy shop, and it's called Love You Sunshine. And I think her website is loveYouSunshine.com. She's really doing some cute, cute stuff. It's nothing like what I do. Most of it is for babies, baby rooms, children. She's made the cutest little tooth fairy pillows that you hang on your door, on the child's door. Like, my grandson is terrified at the thought of the tooth fairy coming in his room at night and putting something under his pillow. He wants no part of it. He throws his teeth away so that does not happen. So she's made these just adorable little pillows that are selling like crazy, that you hang on the outside of your door, and the tooth fairy does not come into your room. So she's been selling those, and she's been making, I told her she needed to make some aprons, like children's aprons for painting, cooking, and just all kinds of things. So she just started doing that, and oh, they're so cute. And she's selling them about as fast as she can make them. Okay, let's do a green flower. She's made some really cute little quilts. All right, I'm going to go around this so we can just cut out the details easier. the shop's only been open, it opened in February sometime. So, and she has just already sold so many things. She likes to get unique things. And I guess you would say a lot of her stuff is kind of a bohemian style, and which is real popular with her age group, and it's really pretty. And that's how she decorates her home also. But she takes frames and repurposes them, and just all kinds of stuff. So you'll have to visit her Etsy shop. And again, that's Love You Sunshine. My brother that passed away last August, that's what he always called her. He'd always say, Love You Sunshine, after they talked. And so that's where the name of her company came from. So she's getting more and more into the wood cutting. She got a new scroll saw. So she's hoping to just really go to town with it. Okay, so we've got the pink coral and the kind of a mint green. Let's see if we can do something with this green flower here. We need some green. I had to cut part of it away because of the other flower, but I think we can get away with kind of cutting around the other one. So I have no idea what this is going to look like, if it's going to work. Kind of just flying by the seat of my pants. I had not planned on going live today. I didn't think we were going to be here, but my plans got changed. I was going to be out of town. So I thought, well, I'm just going to do some crafting today. I didn't get to do anything yesterday because we were busy going to get the laser cutter, so I didn't get to craft at all. Well, I take that back. I did yesterday morning. We did do a little craft. But obviously it wasn't enough because I didn't feel like I had done anything. I'm going to be kind of rearranging my craft room here in the next few days. Okay, so we already had a mint green. It was underneath that other one. We need an orange. This one's coral. This one's got more of an orange tone to it. So we may not use all of them on it, but we'll go ahead and have it cut out. And we'll cut a butterfly out. I think these are going to be really pretty against the that kind of a gray tone. Almost looks like driftwood. They're very lightweight boxes, so they're easy to handle and maneuver. Okay, I think that's enough flowers. I know we're going to put a butterfly on here. So some of these are, there we go, pretty colors. Some of them are overlapping a little bit, but let's see what we can get. I know I definitely want that pink one. Okay, so let's see if we can get it cut out. Those little antennae are tiny, tiny. We are having gorgeous, gorgeous weather here today after some really cold temperatures and storms, and so I'm hearing lawnmowers and things outside, so I'm sure everybody's out and about. This is so relaxing to just sit here and cut and try to picture in my mind what I want, what it's going to look like. Is it going to work? I never know, and sometimes when you're going live, what is usually the easiest thing for you to do might give you the most trouble. Something about going live brings out the worst. All right, let me see if I can get that little, I should have brought my tiny scissors up here. Okay, pull that out. Okay, we got that out. I also bought lots of paint yesterday, and a new, bought lots of ribbon, which I probably did not need, but I bought it anyway. It's just kind of hard to say no. I'm just a sucker for pretty ribbon, even if I don't use it. Okay, we trim that up just a tad. Okay, there's our first little butterfly, our little pink one. And let's go ahead and get this big guy out of here. We may or may not use him, but now I could do this with napkins, but I would have to paint the background of the box. We would have to paint it white. If we did not, then all of that gray color would show through the napkin, and it would really dull the colors in the napkin. Since this is so thick, I think we can get away with, we will definitely will not have to paint it. Y'all saw that I got to meet Diana Dickinson yesterday. She is a Painters Clubhouse member. We call ourselves PC Sisters. Painters Clubhouse is Tamara Bennett's private club. And I've been a member for a couple of years. And I've met so many sweet women. Jerry's on here. I've met Jerry. Met her at a retreat. Got to get a Jerry hug. She was at Erica Wallace's retreat. Wallace House Designs. If you do not follow Wallace House Designs, you need to check her out. I have learned a lot from her style of painting and just the way she explains things. I really like to watch her paint. Okay, this paper is really thick. Like I said, it's thank you cards. And it is that thick cardstock. So I'm hoping that the Mod Podge holds it down okay. Once it warms up and stays warmed up, I'm going to be doing some projects out in the garage that I will let you go on that journey with me. I've got several little girls' doll beds, baby beds, that I have to redo. Okay, that flower is really, really wrinkled because it was in the crevice of the sack, but I think it'll work. I think it'll go okay. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna bring you up and pull you down. Bring you up, pull you down. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I think you'll be able to see it. Let me pull you up a little bit this way. Sorry to take you on a journey here. All right, let me see what that does. think that will help a little bit. Let me just back you up some. Okay, it's going to make a little bit of a shadow, but I think you'll be able to see. Okay, so this is a front. It's got two sides. I mean, you can put something on all the sides, but for this one, I'm just going to put something on this side. But you could do spring on this side, and then you could paint a fall, like pumpkins or something on the other side, and turn it around, depending on where you would be using it. I'm going to pull these ropes in so I'm not getting them everywhere. Okay, let's see how we want our flowers placed here. May not be able to use all of them. They are pretty. Let's see if, I might even let them come off of the side a little bit. Okay, do I want that one in there, or do I want it just the three? I mean, that pink is pretty, but it's pretty with just these as well. Might overlap them just a little. I think this guy might be a little bit big to go on there. Okay, what do you think about that? With just this little guy here. And then I could paint some, we could do some little vines or something here. I'm not liking that one. It just takes up too much space on there. Hi, Kathy. You never know what I'm doing next. This was just a spur of the moment. We had a gift sack that we were carrying paint in yesterday, and it tore. The handles ripped off of it because I had too much paint in it. And I liked the flowers on it, so I thought, there's got to be something we can do with that. And I've never Mod Podged something with this heavy of a weight. Okay, let's go ahead. We're just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna save this guy because we will use him on something else. And I've got another flower cut out there. So I've already got, you know, these flowers cut out. If I were doing napkins, I would just kind of tear around them. This is a kind of a stretchy sack. It's got that glossy stuff on it. And I'm just using Mod Podge matte finish. And I'm going to use my 3/4 inch flat brush that I usually do my base coating with. So let's see if we can just get it put on here. And this will dry clear. It looks like milk at first, or just like Elmer's glue. And I will end up going over the whole front of it. So I just want to make sure I get enough on there, because this is heavier paper. It's not a napkin. So I want to make sure I get enough on there to stick it down. I want to watch it dripping off the sides. Let's see, which way do we want this? There we go. Need a little more. See if our chip brush will work with this. Okay, now it's kind of wanting to curl up, So I'm having to hold it down. And again, I've not worked with this paper, so it might be a little contrary, but we're going to win. Getting glue all over my hands. See how it's wanting to curl up? This does not have plies on it, like a napkin. So you're just going to have to kind of hold it down a minute, let it dry, just enough to where it's sticking, and it's getting better. Just going to have to be a little more patient with it. Make sure I've got plenty under there. Okay, it's starting to take hold now. It's like, oh no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And it still may not, but a year ago, I would have never, ever gotten on here and tried something for the first time with you guys. I would always try it first, make sure it worked, and then get on here. But then I got to thinking, you know, it always looks like no matter what I do, everything turns out just hunky-dory and so easy, no problems. And I thought, that's not keeping it real, and I want my page to be real. I want you to see that I struggle with things. There's some things I have thrown in the trash. I've just said, okay, we tried it. It just didn't work. I'm done. Okay, I think that's down enough that it's going to do okay, and we can move on to the next one. Wiping that glue off of my hands. Fuzz on it there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn the edges down on this little guy and these. Just going to try to do that and see if that'll help. Okay, I'm going to put some on the back of the actual paper. Now this also, this wood has a little bit of groove, little bitty grooves in it. So I have to make sure that I'm getting it thick enough on there that it will grab it. Okay, I think that definitely helped going ahead and putting some on the back of the paper. Still wanting to curl up a little bit until it dries. And maybe it would be better too to put the Mod Podge on, but let it dry just a minute just to get a little more tacky. So I'm going to go ahead and be putting over here on this. So while we're still working on this one, it can be drying, be getting a little tacky. Not quite so wet. So it's definitely still curling up. Okay, it's starting to grab hold now. Okay, this one's doing much better over here because it is very sticky underneath now, not near as wet. So that is a tip that we're learning as we go here. Let your Mod Podge dry just a little bit before you put it on. Let it get a little bit tacky. I'm going to take my heat gun to it. See if that might help a little bit. Oh yes. Okay, let's put this one right. Oops, wrong brush. Oh, that helped a lot. Okay, so see, we learned something. Slow that one down a little better. Make sure you don't have paint or anything on your fingers. I've been wiping mine off on the cloth as I go. Okay, let's go ahead and put some up here for our little butterfly. All right, let's have him kind of flying out this way. Be careful with those little antennae. They're very fragile. Little bubbles in there. But that will dry. Clear. Okay, I want to see. Let me grab some charms right quick and see if there's anything that I might want to use. I've started me a charm box. I've got some wooden ones in here too. Oh, I've got little hummingbirds, all kinds of butterflies. And then I've also got, look at these, I've got some wooden ones. That one's pretty. Lots of different colors. I think that's the same one there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Cutesy, cutesy. But I could also go with a little bumblebee. I think I like the butterflies better though. Let's see if we can get one maybe a little bit different color. All right, I'm just experimenting. Y'all are Just along for the ride today. I've also got Dragonflies. I'm just not real, because these are such muted colors. I'm not sure I like the silver with that. I ordered some of these on Amazon. I got some from Hobby Lobby. I've just started collecting, but oh, I'm having so much fun. Look at the cute little fish. So I will be using these on a lot of different things. Okay, let's see what color here. That one's a little bit too blue. And some of them are just natural. They're just the plain color. Okay, we've already got that one up there. But we could use the same color. These that are natural, you could just paint them. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and put this color down here as well. Okay, but before I place those, I want to go ahead and do the Mod Podging on the front of this. And let's see, might want to see if we want to put some little white vines on it. You know, I think, let's see if we can get this off. I don't know if we can. It's down there pretty good now. I kind of like just the wooden ones. Let's see if we can get this little guy off. May destroy him, but okay. Get the little butterflies back out. Put one there, and we can put a little blue one there. Okay, I think I like that better than this one. He just doesn't look very finished out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some Mod Podge down. This is a very rough texture on this wood. So I'm just going right over the flowers. Getting back down under those edges for the ones that are trying to still curl up a little bit. We are going over to my mom's house as soon as my husband gets home. She got a new printer and he's going to get that all hooked up for her. Okay, looks pretty milky right now. But again, that is normal. Okay, I'm going to lightly dry it. I don't want to get it too close because I noticed it was kind of bubbling on this wood. Just enough to get it tacky. Push those flowers down a little bit more. I'm going to put these butterflies on. should have probably glued those on with some of my stick fast glue, but as lightweight as they are, I think this Mod Podge is going to hold them just fine. I wanted to put that on first because if you rub it over, whoops, like that, I just dripped all over it. It sometimes will build up around it. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on the butterflies themselves, just on the tops, because I don't want it all around the edges of them, because it kind of makes a little ridge. Okay, I'm going to close my Mod Podge a minute just so that it doesn't dry out. Now this little container I got at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them at Walmart. They're in the tool section. When you go to Walmart or Harbor Freight, they had them really inexpensive there. I also use these a little bit smaller scale for, I have one that's about that size for my earrings. I keep all of my earrings and jewelry in them, especially when I'm traveling. It's just really nice, but it's working out great for this. I also sometimes put buttons, put letters, like if you have wooden letters. I use egg cartons for that, but ice trays for that, plastic ice trays, but this would be good for that. Put, you know, all your A's and B's in here, or C's and D's, or A's and B's, whatever, all your stars in one. They're just such great little organizers. I really, really like those. All right, I'm going to set that aside. I think I missed that little butterfly. I don't think I got any Mod Podge on the top of him, so let's get just a little bit on the corner. There we go. There we go. So this is the same box that we'll be doing at the paint party, just a different color. I'm not going to get too close because it's bubbling up a little bit. And these are just slightly turning up on the edge, but I don't think it's going to be enough to hurt anything. I don't think they're going anywhere. A little daughter here. I'm really holding this heat back. I'm not putting it right on it. Kind of oozing out from under it, so I'm just kind of wiping that excess off. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. I think on one of them this color, I think it would really be pretty in the fall with some pumpkins and things on it, but I'd also like to do maybe a beehive. with some bees. Okay, now you can still see some of that white until it dries clear on there, but I think we're gonna make it. Okay, I'm causing it to bubble up because I'm getting it too hot. So I'm gonna leave that alone because I think they're all stuck down enough that we're good, and it's just gonna continue to dry. Okay, let me look at it this direction. Oh, I like it, but I think I'm going to have to do some, maybe some white in there. Let's see. Do I want to get brave and risk ruining it? Sure, why not? Y'all never know what you're going to get with me. It either works or it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to take my liner brush. Okay, I'm just switching to a liner brush here. And I'm going to try to do, I may have to wait until it dries. But what I'm thinking is doing just some little, just some little white extra add-ins here. Okay, and I'm going to stand up again. Could even do some green. I'm having to think this through. Okay, well, let's just see what we get here. I've never painted on it while it's still wet, but I'm going to try. We could even make just little, no, we're going to do this. I need a little bit smaller brush. That one's just a little bit too big for what I'm wanting. And y'all can see that I did not plan this out before I got on here. So you can kind of see how my brain works or doesn't work. Okay, so let's go ahead and put just a few little, I think I might just put some dots and not the little vines. Let's see what that does. Let me get my little handy dandy tool here. Now you could do this with the daughter, just dotting them on, or the end of your brush, or a dull pencil, but I have a little tool here, one of a kind. They do not sell them anywhere. It was specially made for me, but you can get the same results just with the daughter. I just want to add something. I think we'll put some different color centers in them. This will be pretty with the little leaves also, and it'll look better once all of this dries too, because it's still milky looking. I think we're good there. Now, we're going to add some yellow. Or we could do the coral and the green and the, yeah, there we go. That's what we're going to do. So let me see what I've got here. That's pretty close to that one. See if we've got a little bit deeper, more of a pink. Oops, that's too bright. That's pretty close. Too bright on that one. And then we need a really, really soft green. Too green. It's got to have a little bit of a aqua color to it. That's like baby blue. There we go. I think that'll work. Okay, so we're going to go with dragon fruit on this one to kind of pick up that color. And I'm just going to use my daughter. And we're just going to put, and I'm not going to put it right beside the one that it goes with. I have to be careful because those white dots are still very wet. Okay, let's do the coral color. Coral color is, it's apple barrel and it's tropic orange. This was the Deco Art Dragon Fruit. Now we'll take these dots a little longer to dry. Okay, let's put one up here. And then let's switch to this color. Now that I'm looking at it in that light, I still don't like that. It's got a little more. Yes, let's go with sea glass on that one. That's got a little bit of that green in it, more so than the other did. I think I like that much better. Okay, this one has not been opened. Let me shake it really well. Make sure that lid's on. Y'all remember that live episode where we splattered paint everywhere? Okay, that is sea glass. So pretty. Love that color. Okay. Don't want to get too many of the greens on there. So we may go with a little more of that pink dragon fruit. And another orange. Okay, so I'm going to lightly dry that. Got to be really careful with what you use on drying these dots. If you have something that really has a lot of air to it, it'll just blow the dots everywhere. This one's very soft, but I still have to be careful with it. This wood, for some reason, and this Mod Podge, it is really making it bubble. Okay, so I'm not going to, we're just going to have to let those dots dry. Can you see how it's kind of bubbling here? I think once it's dry, then I'll go through and just kind of settle it down. But I don't want to bother it right now while it's wet. But I'll just take some wax paper and just kind of very carefully go where it's kind of bubbling there. Okay, but I think I want to put some little green stems. So let's go with Hauser Light Green. Or let's see. Okay, I think that's too bright. Go with avocado. We'll try that. So it's Deco Art Avocado. Hi, Carol. How are you doing? I should be cleaning house. But if y'all won't tell on me, I won't say anything. I did get some laundry done. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit shorter liner brush. See if that's the one I want. Okay, so we're going to go into that avocado green, and we're just going to make us some little stems. See if that's going to be too big. Yeah. Get my baby liner here. Okay, so we're going to just go to this liner brush and just, I've got to be careful with these dots because they are still wet, and we're just going to do some little stems. You could go all out and do vines or just leaves on them, but I think I'm just going to do some little stem. Let's think here. Yeah, we're just going to do some little stems. Thought about doing little leaves. May have to go a little bit lighter. It's not wanting to show on that dark wood. So let's go with the Hauser Light Green. That should show up okay. Much better. Nothing really fancy on it, just gives the illusion of flower stem. And I'm doing them in all different directions. Let's see, we've got one up here. Whoops. Too much on that one. Put a little more on that top one. Okay, I'm just going back and putting a second coat on some of these because that dark wood underneath it is showing through. And then once these dots dry, I'll put a little more of the Mod Podge on it. Showing up. I think it's cute. It's not a masterpiece, but I think for not knowing what we were going to use, or exactly what we were going to do. And again, that Mod Podge will dry and it'll all be clear, so that will help a lot. So many different things you could do with it. Again, what we're going to be doing in the class is making these little guys to go to paint to match. The other side would be pretty for fall, like we said, the pumpkins or sunflowers. I may do one with paint sunflowers on it. What you think for a quick Saturday afternoon little craft? You guys are always so much fun, so helpful in helping me learn. Now we could have not done the little flowers on here and just painted pretty big leaves on them. So I mean, just so many different ways. So I was going to throw this sack away because it was ruined. It tore trying to carry paint. I'll get you back up here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Anyway, it ripped, and so I was just going to throw it in the trash, and just as I was getting ready to throw it away, I thought, oh no, I think we can do something with that. So we just cut this sack up. It's a very thick, very, very thick sack. It's not one of your Dollar Tree thin, the real thin paper. It's very, very, very thick. So a little hard to cut, but I think, and a little bit hard to get it to lay down, but I think it turned out cute for a little spring project. You could put flowers in it, or like I usually put in everything, paintbrushes. Be cute in the kitchen with utensil, little plasticware or something on it. I just love these little boxes. I went around to every Dollar Tree within driving distance of me trying to find enough boxes for our class. And they will be white. But I think I got, so if you can't find any of these, I'm sorry, it's my fault. But you need to come to the paint class on April the 28th, and you will get to paint one. And I may bring some painted ones to sell. I don't know. We'll see. But this matches the colors in my bedroom. So this one may end up in my bedroom. And I love, love, love butterflies and birds. So this would have been really pretty. We would have had to paint it white, though, to go with napkins. And you could also put some of those little half beads up here. There's just so many things you could do with it. But I just absolutely love these. So if you see any of these out and about anywhere, grab you some. If you're coming to the paint party, all of those of you that are coming, you will get that. You will get the box and 2 of these that we're going to paint. And then we're going to have some tutorials on a couple of different things that I think will help you with your painting. So those will be real short because we don't want to take up too much time at the paint party to where you're there forever. but I will have some things that I think will help you. Just some little techniques and things that I think might help you. We'll work on some shading if you want to. That will be something easy to do on this project that we're doing. On this one, if you'll see, it's got 2 tones in those flowers. So I'm going to show you how to shade all with just doing one brush and one stroke. You don't even have to go in and shade it. It just automatically shades for you. So simple, simple, simple. So I think you're going to really, really enjoy it. Again, that is April the 28th, and it's at 11 o'clock. It's only $35. Door prizes, you'll bring your lunch, and we're just going to have a great time. The ladies, some of the ladies that are going, contacted me yesterday and said, I can't wait, I can't wait. What do we need to bring? All you need to bring is something to eat, snack on for your lunch, because it starts at 11, so we'll just work right through lunch. But you're welcome to bring your lunch in there, and that will, you know, that'll get us through. And then you can eat. You can go eat something big afterwards. You're going to be so proud of yourself when you finish your project that you're going to want to. You're going to want to take yourself out and celebrate. Look what I did. Okay, ladies, I think that's it for right now. Who knows? I may hop on here again. I don't know. I did get my little Hello Friends finished. Got that finished and posted. The next thing that I think we're going to work on, well, I'm not really sure. I've got 2 different things. So I think I'm going to go on somebody else's page and do one of them. And whichever one I don't do for that, we'll do here. I may get on here Tuesday night. Not sure. But just remember that my new normal paint nights now are on Thursdays. Probably around between 5:30 and 6. I haven't worked that out yet. But just click up here on the little bell if you want to be the 3 little dots, or if there's a bell up there, click on that to be notified when I go live. So that way, whatever time I go, you will know that I'm live. You'll get notified. Okay, ladies, I've got to go and do some shopping. I have to go to Hobby Lobby for something. Sad, huh? Not. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for hopping on. Bye-bye.